guys, you know what? America does not want to witness a food fight. They want to know how we're going to put food on their table. Yes?
A lot more back and forth tonight between candidates for night 2 of NBC's Democratic presidential debate in Miami.
A noted change in tone between these candidates compared to the first group last night. It started off with Senator Bernie Sanders and Vice President Joe Biden, two veterans of presidential debates. But some of the lesser-known names also had their moments, using this as their national introduction. NBC's Jay Gray has the highlights.
The first shots in round 2.
Donald Trump thinks Wall Street built America. Ordinary middle-class Americans build America.
Were clearly aimed.
Where was that question when the Republicans and Donald Trump passed a tax bill that benefits the top 1% and the biggest corporations in this country?
At the man currently in the White House.
That Trump is a phony, that Trump is a pathological liar and a racist.
And for the lesser-known candidates, the front runners were also a target.
I was 6 years old when a presidential candidate came to the California Democratic Convention and said, it's time to pass the torch to a new generation of Americans. That candidate was then Senator Joe Biden.
I'm still holding on to that torch.
The group at times ignoring the rules.
We ought to contribute to the generational conversation.
As part of Joe's generation.
I'm all for
The discourse spinning into a free-for-all.
Hey guys, you know what? America does not want to witness a food fight. They want to know how we're going to put food on their table. Yes?
Much of the early talk focused on health care and immigration, both issues at the center of the key moment in the debate.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants. Okay.
President Trump quickly responding on Twitter, saying in part, how about taking care of American citizens first? That's the end of that race. But the back and forth through the 2 hours would suggest the race is far from over.
It was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race.
It's a mischaracterization of my position across the board. I did not praise racist. That is not true.
With the high-profile candidates constantly in the crossfire.
We beat them. We won back the Senate.
Thank you.
Chuck,
Thank you,
the problem with what the Vice President...
Yeah, 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Sometimes you do have to beat him, but the deal that he talked about with Mitch McConnell was a complete victory for the Tea Party.
The first debates here, framing what looks to be a long and at times fiery campaign season. Jay Gray, NBC News, Miami.
KXAN political reporter Phil Prazan is back at the Travis County Democratic Watch Party in East Austin.
Yeah, and Phil, you can probably have a good feel for how that audience responded. What was a big response that you saw tonight to the debate exchanges?
Well, Cindy and Robert, the largest responses from this crowd behind me came from those scuffles between Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. In particular, when Harris looked directly at Joe Biden and said that she was impacted as a young student by desegregated the busing system where she grew up. Biden, however, didn't take a stand lying down. And however, this room also must be full of lawyers because there was a large response when Biden shot back saying on civil rights issues he was a public defender and not a prosecutor. Another issue that came up tonight was age. Senator Bernie Sanders and former Vice President Joe Biden are pushing 80. Kamala Harris, Eric Swalwell, and Pete Buttigieg are much younger. And these Democratic voters said it's a factor, but not the primary factor in choosing a candidate.
Can they physically do the job, or are they able, or are they mentally fit to do it, and do they resonate with different generations?
Experience, like past voting records between Bernie and Biden, they're so different. So it's not just age, it's also like what they've done in their lifetime and what they're planning to do in the future.
Now, this crowd also had a reaction when Kamala Harris broke up that generational scuffle. From my perspective, anecdotally here tonight, Kamala Harris gained some followers. In downtown Austin, Phil Prazan, KXAN News.
Appreciate your coverage, Phil. Thanks so much. And fresh off of last night's debate, two candidates from Texas will be in Austin tomorrow. Beto O'Rourke will be at Schultz Beer Garden on San Jacinto at 6. An hour later, Julian Castro will be at Chirp Charlie's on Red River Street. Both events are free, but you do have to register. We have links to do that on our website, KXAN.com.
And we still have several more months until voting begins on all these candidates. Iowa will hold their first presidential nominating contest in 2020, as it has for many decades. Its caucuses will be held on February 3rd. That is followed by New Hampshire, Nevada, and South Carolina. Then Super Tuesday on March 3rd. That's when more than a dozen states will vote, including Texas. By July, the presidential nominee will be announced. That's when the Democratic National Convention will be held.